Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Yoga with Anna. This here is Wednesday, our midweek reset. So we are here to slow you down and reset for the end of the week, so that we can slow down, recalibrate our nervous systems, add to our self-care, and create some space for ourselves to finish this week strong. So before we get into our practice, I'm going to get into our announcements for our events that are coming up. So we are having this evening at 6:30 Matt's mid vibe check tonight at 6:30, from 6:30 to 8:30. Doesn't exactly start at 6:30, so don't rush, get here safely. Please remember to RSVP, not just for this event, but for all of our events. And so that's tonight. And then Friday, we have a circle. We're coming together in circle. And I do want to emphasize that this is a co-ed circle. So all are welcome to come and join us on Friday at 7:30. It begins. So we congregate here at 7. Circle begins at 7:30. And this marks a time for us to come together and create energy to manifest. So we are coming to the end of a March portal that has been open, and that's why the energy has been so wild. And we have been in this manifesting place. So on Friday, we can share, come together, put our energy together to share and manifest. And speaking to Sandy, who's not here today. Hi, Sandy. Miss you. She would be here today, but she's a busy bee. And she did say this is a time where we can but generate the manifestation, to charge the manifestation, obviously, with the energy, but to, oh my gosh, I'm blanking. To create a manifestation. What do we call it? Why am I blanking? Where we glue stuff together and we put out what we want. Yes, a vision board. All right, so we can create a vision board. So we can even create a vision board Friday, or with whatever energy that you come out with on Friday for that progressive manifestation energy. That vision board is going to come to light. So add to it. This is a time to add to it. Feel yourself in it. And that's actually what I've been projecting today, is that love. We got to project that love into it, because that's the highest vibration. And we want to raise our frequency with our manifestations. So on Saturday, we have a special guest, DJ Frank White, who's coming in to spin house music all night long. Not all night long, but from 12 to 3, we are going to be here for Soul Saturday, this Saturday, DJ Frank White. So thank you to DJ Frank White for coming and spending Soul Saturday with us. And for those that make it possible for us to have these events, thank you so much to our members who, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here. So thank you so much for contributing, for sharing, for RSVPing to our events. So remember, RSVP, so we know that you're coming. That's how, if anything gets canceled, we can email you guys that it's canceled. And remember to share the events. Bring someone, share with someone, and share the sharing of love and high frequency that we have here. So thank you, everyone, for making these programs possible, and for Stan always being behind the camera and reminding me when I have a blanking in my mind. So remember, vision boarding. We're visualizing our higher selves that are out there. We're manifesting what is supposed to be happening. So wherever you are in that manifestation, it's already happened, but we are bringing and building that energy here so that we can propel that forward. So again, this Wednesday night, Matt's vibe check at 6:30, and then Friday circle at 7, and then the Soul Saturday from 12 to 3 on Saturday. So hope to see you guys at one of those events. All right, so they don't call me the self-care doula for nothing. I wouldn't be sitting here if it wasn't for self-care practices. And I think that one of the things that has been coming up today for me and for what I'm sharing with my students today is the feeling of self-love. So I think that we sometimes, when things aren't going well, we can say things to ourselves like, bad talk to ourselves, or just feel like we come down on ourselves because we're our worst critics. But self-love is like the biggest thing that you can do for yourself in your self-care. Everything that you put towards yourself, your classes, your education, your work, your exercise, yoga, breathing, all of those things come together to create a better you, right? That's why you do all these things, to create a better you, better place to be for yourself. But we can't really project ourselves in the best way if we don't love ourselves. And so this practice, and every week, is a practice of self-love and self-care. So being able to say, I love you to yourself, and embracing yourself and giving yourself the time, and 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour of self-care, just to take time for yourself, because we don't make enough time for ourselves. And I know that we live very, very busy lives, but the practice of self-care can come in so many ways, even hugging yourself. But I hope this practice today will build up some of that self-care for a moment. If you're not here catching it live, you can go to our YouTube channel and catch it there. And there are so many practices on our YouTube channel that you can pick and choose if you don't want to do this one. But today we want to bring in self-love and appreciation and gratefulness for our entire being. This is how, in that place of gratitude and love, we can increase our frequency, which increases the energy of our energy centers, which is a domino effect that as we increase the frequency of those energy centers of ourselves, we're actually feeding higher frequency to our physiology. Each energy center is attached to physiology in that particular region. So here is the base and the root energy center, the sacral energy center, the solar plexus energy center. All of these are in charge of the lower body. So our confidence, our safety, our feel good, sexual energy, masculine, feminine, all in these lower regions. When we raise the frequency, all of this area, our spleen, our stomach, our intestines, our sexual organs, all of that gets fed high frequency, which is really super good for us. And then we rise to the heart center, the throat center, our third eye center and crown, the heart, the lungs. When you think of the physiology where these energy centers arise, or where they are, think about 3D. Our entire body feeds off of these energy centers. The throat, the thyroid gland, the third eye and crown, the pineal gland, the pituitary gland. All of these organs and glands feed off of the frequency of our bodies. And when we deplete ourselves of self-love and self-care, the frequency drops, which opens up to illness. But that's another topic. So the focus is raising the frequency so that all of these areas, not only are we stimulating the energy centers, but we're stimulating the physiology in those particular areas. So the glands begin to release what they need to release, and in a loving way. So it's important to focus on the appreciation of our body, our love, how we feel about ourselves. So that's what we're going to generate today, is more self-love, more self-care through our breath. And that's what's beautiful about all of these layers that I often talk about. I'm right now speaking of the subtle body layer with the energy centers, which affects our physical body, which works with our breath body, that puts us in a wiser place of being, our wisdom body, with ourselves and our body, which elevates us to our bliss body. So it all works together. And every time you take the time to focus on building that love through you, through your beautiful body vessel, you create better health for yourself. You create different positive stimulation, as opposed to when you're out receiving other people's energies that may not be positive energy, that can actually lower your frequency, especially if you really feel you're going either into fight or flight, or you're feeling low. So it's important to take time for these self-care practices so that you can harmonize the energy and raise the frequency. And this is, in this frequency of love, is how we manifest. So the goal here is to raise the frequency within ourselves through self-love today and every day. But this is actually going to feed into that circle on Friday. What you create here, you take with you tomorrow and the next day. And when you focus on the manifestations, the meditation of what you want to create in your life, that's where all that comes into fruition. So it's not isolating each individual thing. It all works together, just as how we harmonize ourselves and our energy centers. So let's begin on our backs today. Or you can begin in a chair, wherever you want. I'm going to move this because guaranteed I'll probably knock it down. So find yourself wherever you are comfortable, whether seated or lying down, and arms by your side or anywhere that feels comfortable for you. Relax the feet. And let's come into our breath awareness. If it feels good to bring your hand, like one hand to heart or to the abdomen, or both, you can. Or you can just let the hands gently rest on your abdomen. And you can also take your arms by your side. Begin to notice your breath without any judgment. Really feel the sensation of your breath come through your nostrils and leave the body through the nostrils. Really focusing on the breath to forget about everything that's happened up to this point. So just setting that aside for now so that we can carve out this hour for ourselves. And I just want to congratulate you for arriving with me here on our mats or wherever you are today, whether you're with me right now or with me later when you have a moment to catch for yourself. Nice deep breaths, engage the diaphragm and feel the abdomen fill. Feel the rib cage expand and feel the heart rise, the chest rise. And if at any time you need to shift, please feel yourself shifting however you need to shift your body. And then feel your breath, the ebb and flow of your breath. While here, begin to feel the support underneath your body. Take a nice deep breath in and feel your body completely supported. As you exhale, completely feel your body melt and relax. As you focus on your breath, you begin to gently clear the mind of any thoughts. And then if any thoughts like your to-do list or what you need to do next comes in, just remember that your breath is your anchor. And that's where we come back to focus. So a few breaths here to allow yourself to arrive. And then gently starting to expand your awareness through your body. Bring the awareness to your heart space. As your chest rises with your breath, feel that. As you exhale, feel the chest fall gently. Inhaling, letting it rise. Exhale, letting it fall. And feeling your heart front, back, and sides. Coming into this heart space, we're going to come into what it's known for, the frequency of love. And I'm going to invite you to come into that love and joy, the feeling, the emotions of love and joy. Thinking of someone, something in your life that has brought you that love, joy, or even remembering what it feels like to be in love. That love that you've placed in someone when you look into their eyes, when you think of them. And now I want you to project that love for yourself, being in love with yourself, loving yourself, being grateful for you because you are worthy and deserving, because you make an impact on others' lives, because it's your birthright to love yourself. Coming into this high frequency of self-love is one of the biggest things you can gift to yourself, because it helps raise the frequency throughout the body. This increases the frequency to a point where when you give, you don't deplete of your energy. So we fill our cups. As we fill our cups, it's the same thing as saying we raise the frequency throughout our entire body. Through love and joy and the feeling of what that feels like. Maybe that brings a smile to your face, or an internal smile through your mouth. An internal smile through the eyes. It feels so good to smile to yourself and love on yourself. Self-care is not selfish. It's the biggest thing that you can give to yourself. when we give so much of ourselves every day, there are high demands on us every day. We demand on our body. We're demanded of by our children, our partners, friends, jobs. So demand that self-love because you deserve it. Feel your breath fill your body. Feel how loved you are. And exhale. Expand the awareness through the entire body. And let's bring that love and joy to our feet, our toes, gently wiggling the toes. Thank you, feet, for carrying me every day. Bringing that love into the spaciousness of the joints as you visualize any tightness that you may feel. Visualize that spaciousness. And you can give your ankles a little twirl. Thank you, feet, for carrying me, carrying my weight, carrying my body where I need to go. Up the legs to the knees. Thank you, knees. And visualizing that spaciousness between the joints. Visualizing that healthy cartilage, healthy muscles and ligaments surrounding the knee, the legs. Thank you, legs, for carrying me, for running me, for walking, for holding me up, bringing the awareness to the pelvis, to the hips and the hip joints, and feeling spaciousness through the joints, through the low back, through the front body, through the front of the pelvis. Thank you, hips, for the mobility you give, the spaciousness between the joints to feel luscious and mobile. Thank you, hips, for helping me bear the weight I need to bear, the children that I've given life to, or given life to myself through healing, through the lower body. Thank you. Bringing the awareness up to the abdomen and all those organs, the liver, the intestines, pancreas, thymus, all of that area, and coming into the chest area, the lungs and the heart. Thank you for functioning healthy and sending fresh blood everywhere to my body, keeping me healthy. For healthy hormones, for healthy releases. Surround your organs in love. High functioning, healthy, loved. Thank you. Thank you, heart, for pumping blood, for giving me fresh oxygen through the love of the bloodstream that flows through me. Thank you. Thank you, throat, for my voice, for my thyroid. And if your thyroid isn't there, sending love to that space, like as if it was there. Thank you to my shoulders and the mobility in them and being to lift my arms, my fingers, feeling love through the spaciousness of the joints. My mouth, thank you for my oral care, for my voice, the way my tongue moves. Thank you for salivating and helping me digest my food. Thank you for being able to speak, to whistle, to sing. And then bring the awareness to your eyes and your nose. Thank you for the sense of smell, for the eyes that I see with, for my brain, knowing that I can help it be healthier through neuroplasticity practices. Thank you for growing gray matter every time I meditate. Thank you for keeping me healthy and young in the mind and increasing my memory. Thank you for keeping my nervous system healthy and functioning. Thank you for feeling, for cognitive thought, and for the unconscious mind. Surround yourself and your outline of your body and beyond in this high frequency of love. Thank you. I love you. I love myself. When you're ready, begin to move the body and stretch the arms over the head if that feels good. Stretch the legs. Move the joints, the fingers, rotate the wrists, the ankles. When you're ready, bend the knees. Little windshield side to side if you'd like, or bring the knees into chest. Little rock side to side. So move however it feels good to you for your body. Circle the knees if that feels good. Both directions. And then you can gently drop the feet down and come into a butterfly position. You can take the arms anywhere that feels good to you over the head, or you can bring the hands to your heart and abdomen. Letting yourself just be. I love me. And when I love me, I love you. We love we. Embrace that. Embrace yourself. From here, you can lower the hands, bring the knees up, take the legs up to the sky. And flex the feet, point, little rotation, soft bend in the knees if you'd like. So allow the legs to just gently float up towards the sky. You can press the heels away if you'd like, or bend the knees as much as it feels good and maybe give a little movement. Cycle the legs, both directions. And then float them all the way down. Take a full body stretch, extending both legs, arms over the head. And then arms by your side. Take the palms flat, bend the knees again, and we'll do some pelvic tilts here. On the inhale, gently pressing the hips forward, creating a nice flat spine. On the exhale, rotating back, creating an arch in the spine. Inhale, rotating forward. Exhaling, rotating back. Continue for a few breaths here. And then when you're ready, extending the legs long, we're going to come onto the forearms of our body. So just lifting our body up a little bit, the upper body. We're going to take a moment here to create some stretch in the front of the neck by gently taking the head back. Option here to begin to move the elbows. So you can stay right here, just dropping the head, or take the crown of the head to the mat, or like the top back of the head, and press the heart up. Coming into a fish pose. So if this doesn't feel good, remember you can just stay propped up with the head back and breathe. And then gently lower the head, tucking the chin back to its normal place on your body, just gently coming back. Take a full body stretch. Right knee to chest. So come down back to your backs. Take a full body stretch and then bring right knee to chest. Nice deep breaths, and then take that knee towards the right shoulder. Nice and easy. And then come back to center and then take it out again. This time, extend that left arm out and take the gaze over to the left side. Come back to center, squeeze in, take that leg up to the sky and interlace the fingers underneath that that right thigh and gently pull that leg towards you, flex the foot. Extend back up and then gently lower left knee to chest. Flex both feet, lengthen through that right leg. Hold here, breathing normally. A slight tuck of the chin. So notice if your chin is poking up, gently bring it back down. Tuck the elbows close. And then take that knee to the left shoulder. Lengthen through that right leg. So if it feels a little intense in the hip flexor, you can release and recatch the leg and bring it to a place where it's comfortable for you. Allow that knee to gently fall to the left side body. Extend that right arm. Take the gaze over to the right side. And then bring it back to center. Squeeze in. Take the leg up to the sky. Interlace the fingers underneath that left thigh. Pull towards you. Press the heel away. And then maybe pull towards you again. And then release. Full body stretch. Knees to chest. Rock it out. And knee circles. All right, from here, we're going to gently rock up and down or meet me in seated position. So rocking, just giving our back a little massage. Coming to seated. All right, so let's swing the legs around and meet me in a tabletop position in the middle of your mat. Stack hips over the knees, shoulders over the wrists, and then we begin to circle the body. And take a moment here to move your body any way that feels good. So you can just take the hips back if you'd like, or shift forward and back, side to side, or circle or figure 8. You can roll the shoulders. You can do anything you'd like here to move the body. Nobody's watching if you're practicing at home all by yourself. So move, feels good. And then shift the hips back when you're ready to meet me and extend the arms forward. Take a little bow. Inhale, lift the hips, curl the toes under, then shift the hips back and extend the arms further. Nice deep breaths. You're very welcome to tent the fingers here and feel like the heart's melting towards the mat. Wiggle the hips to kind of just feel the stretch out. And maybe even drawing those shoulders back into those juicy sockets. Inhale, lift the gaze. Come back to your tabletop and take a wide-legged child's pose. Let the knees go wide, let the toes touch, and really just notice how you're placing your feet. Take a peek between the legs and notice your toes touching. If they're not touching, that's okay too. Just find a comfortable position. And I like to do a wide-legged child's pose so I can create space here. Remember, you can bring a bolster or a pillow here to lie down. Melt the heart towards the mat. Take the forehead to the mat or support it with a block. And then gently side to side, massage on your third eye. Nice deep breaths. And as you breathe in, feel that rib cage, that backside rib cage expand. Feel that stretch in the backside muscles. Exhale. Inhale. Feel the abdomen expand. Exhale, let it all go, melt into the mat. So adjust as you need, just settling the body in and breathing. Let's bring the palms together to touch in prayer position. Bend the elbows and bring those palms behind the head or neck or shoulders. Walk the elbows forward to get a nice tricep stretch. Shift the hips back. Release. Bring those hands back to the mat. And then lift the gaze. Walk the hands towards the knees. Bring the knees closer together so they're about hip distance apart. Lift the body up and come back to your tabletop position. Let's give the hips some love, giving them some mobility. Extend right leg. Toes point down. Lower that right hip. Bend the knee and circle the hip. Pull the navel in. Rotate both sides, both directions. Smaller, large circles, and then extend that right leg. Pull the navel in, lower that right hip to square with the mat. Coming into extended tabletop. Pull the navel in, lengthen in both directions. Gazing at the top of your mat. One more breath. Bring everything back to the mat and shift side to side. Circle the hips. Just to reset the body. Lengthen left leg, toes point down, square the hips, bend the knee and circle. Both directions. And then lengthen, pull the navel in, extend right arm, extended tabletop. 2 more breaths. Last one here. Bring everything back to table and shift side, side, circle. Shift forward and back. All right, from here, gently walk the hands towards the knees. Take a nice deep breath in and extend the arms up. Exhale, lower the arms, roll the shoulders back and forward. Come back to center, rotate the palms forward, open up the heart. Inhale, arms up. Take a look at the palms and gently come to a, why am I blanking today? It's the love cactus arms. Inhale up and lower the arms. Ground left palm, inhale, right arm over. I'm losing my words today, so much love. Switch. And then lower, take both arms up. Take them back, reaching back, and then lower the arms, come back to table. Curl the toes under and shift the hips back, giving the feet a little stretch and a little love too. Shift the hips side to side, and then come back to tabletop. All right, so we're gonna lift the knees up and hover. Breathe, pull the navel in, and shift to your downward facing dog. Arms parallel to the head. Pull the navel in, press the heart towards the thighs, and gaze towards the ankles without tucking the chin. So if you're tucking the chin, it's going to look like this. So you want to take the ears back towards that parallel, so they're parallel with the arms. But your gaze is still between the ankles. Walk the feet. So heels do not have to touch the mat. And then walk the feet to meet the hands, top the mat, forward fold. Nice deep breaths. Let the upper body go. And you can create space between the feet. Sway the body. You can take opposite elbows into hands, into opposite hands and sway, or release the arms and just let them swing. Release the neck and shoulders. Inhale, you're going to roll up all the way. Slowly, slowly, slowly extend the arms as you reach up. Let the palms touch, palms come to heart. And then take the arms by your side, mountain pose. Feel the strength through those quad muscles. Lift those quad muscles up. Feel the kneecaps lift. Pull the navel in and up. Feel the chest rise. Take the shoulders to the ears and roll those shoulders back. Reach the hands towards the earth. Gazing forward and smiling to yourself. Inhale, arms come up. Palms touch and gently reach back. Press those hips forward. Take the head back. Come back to center. Swan dive down, forward fold. Bend one knee, then the other. Hands on the shins, half lifting here. So palms gently on the shins, lengthen through the crown as you pull the navel in and draw those shoulders back, tilt the tail. Nice deep breath in and forward fold. Plant the palms, step both feet back, drop the knees. Shift the hips back. Then shift forward, shoulders over the wrists. So option to stay right here or lift the knees coming into a plank pose. Drop the right knee or stay in full plank and pivot those heels to the right side. Open up to the left side. So that left arm's going to rise. Then take that left arm over the left ear. Flip the palm and reach behind you if you'd like. Take the gaze to the sky. Release, take that arm back up. Float it back down, come back to your plank. Drop left knee, pivot heels to the left side, open up right side. Lift those hips high. So if you are here and you're in plank, you can scissor the feet or stack them or take that knee down. All right, flip that palm and bring that arm over the right ear, lengthening. And then if you'd like, you can flip the palm and bring that arm behind you and take the gaze up to the sky. Breathe and release the arm back up. Float that arm back down, come back to your plank or a variation of plank. And then press to down dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Walk your feet. Lift heels high, bend knees, switch the gaze. Lower the knees, come down to your mat. Hands underneath the shoulders. Feet are flat. Tuck the elbows close to the body. Baby Cobra, Bhujangasana. Take a nice deep breath in as we gently lift the heart, press all 10 toes into the mat. Strength through the legs, slide the heart forward, shoulders back. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, lower. And take the left cheek to mat. Arms by your side, and you're very welcome to bend the knees and windshield wiper or find your stillness or just feel the hips shift back and forth. This raises the heart rate, so easy breaths in and out the nose, slowing down the breath. Hands come back underneath the shoulders. Chin to the mat. So to decompress the spine, on the second set, you can widen the stance, or if the low back isn't an issue, then feet together. Take a nice deep breath in and modify accordingly. Nice deep breath in as you lift and slide the heart forward. And breathe. Strength through the legs. Press all 10 toes in. One more breath and lower. Right cheek to mat. Arms by your side. And maybe just a hip side to side, or you can bend the knees, give some movement, or find your stillness. All right, coming back to center, hands underneath the shoulders, walk the hands forward. Take the feet wide, going into a Sphinx pose. Gazing forward, we're going to take the heart forward on a nice deep breath in. Slide the heart forward, shoulders back. Press the toes into the mat. Feel your pelvis, your pubis bone press into the mat as you slide the heart forward and gaze forward. And then release the body. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Feet come closer together, gently lifting the body up, shifting the hips back, lengthening the arms. Nice deep breaths. All right, from here, sweep it forward, lift the knees up and come to a downward facing dog. Walk the feet to meet the hands. Forward fold, top of the mat. Bend one knee and then the other. Pull the navel in. Lengthen through the crown. Bend the knees as much as you'd like to rest the torso even on the thighs. You can even take your arms behind you. And even press the knees away. Hands on the shins for your half lift. And then root to rise, come all the way up. Palms touch. And then flip the palms, gently reaching behind you. Interlace the fingers. Reach those wrists down towards the heels. Take the gaze up to the sky. Nice deep breath in. Bend the knees and forward fold. Arms, hands still interlaced. And maybe the hands come off the back. If not, they can stay right where they are. Take those shoulders back and take that forward fold. Inhale, press through the feet, come all the way back up. Pull the navel in. Gaze up, release the arms. Arms come back. Swan dive down, forward fold. All right, from here, right foot steps back. Take that low lunge. Gaze forward. Ground right palm. Inhale, left arm up. Reach up, nice deep breath in and lower. Inhale, reach back up. And exhale, lower. Back foot steps front. Forward fold. Inhale, lift the gaze, plant the palms. Left foot steps back. Take that lunge. Ground left palm. Inhale, right arm comes up. Strength through that back leg. Press that heel away. Nice deep breath in as you exhale, lower down. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, float that arm back down. Front foot steps back. Lower the knees, shift the hips back. And then from here, gently walking the knees to the center of the mat, shift the hips to one side and swing the legs around. Let me adjust my mat a little bit. All right, let's come down to our backs. Knees to chest. Arms to a T. So we're going to come into a little twist. We're going to take our knees to the right side and take the gaze to the left side. So do what's comfortable for you. You can keep the feet in the air, or if it's more comfortable to lower the feet to the mat and then take the twist, do what works for you. You're lifting the leg weight when you are bringing the knees into chest and using your core a little bit more challenging when you're lifting and managing the weight of your legs this way, as opposed to having the support of the floor. So just be mindful of that and take your twist. Gaze to the left side. When you're ready, releasing, coming back to center and taking the knees to the left side. Take the gaze to the right side. Give yourself a little smile as you come back to center. Legs to the sky, arms over the head. If it feels good to you, you can reach for the outsides of the feet or peace finger your toes and find your happy baby. Tuck the chin, draw those shoulders towards the mat and give a little rock. You can also extend the legs if you'd like. So do what feels good to you. You can find your stillness or rock side to side. If you'd like, you could even skip that and just come to a butterfly position or come into your Shavasana position, extended legs if you'd like, arms by your side. Take a full body stretch here if you'd like before you settle in. Maybe taking right knee to chest if you'd like. And then I'm just going to add another little twist here. And then come back. So give yourself what you need. Little twist on the left side. And then come back. Find your final resting pose. If your arms are by your side, palms facing up, see what it feels like to tuck the shoulders underneath, stimulating the back of the heart space as you press the heart forward. Relax into your mat, let the body feel heavy. And then come back into your heart space. Feel that love, that joy that you felt through your movement. The gratitude for your body and your mind and your spirit to propel you forward. All of this high frequency to propel you forward. What you will see in your vision board, what you will energize and generate with your energy, all comes from joy and love. Remember, you can stay here as long as you'd like. But when you're ready, bring gentle movement back and doing a little stretch as you bend the knees, whole body stretch, as we walk back up to seated position. Hands at the heart, eyes closed, as we say to ourselves, I love you. Thank you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for your light. Thank you for your dark. And thank you for what keeps me whole. To seal our session today, please join me in bringing our prayer hands to our third eye to remind us to love on ourselves through our thoughts, to our mouth, to our lips, to remind us to speak love to ourselves and to others, and to our hearts to remind us to live fully in intention through love, joy, inner strength, lots of courage, compassion, lots of self-care and grace. Namaste. Thank you so much for raising your frequency with me and keeping yourself healthy together. I love you.